You have much more hair on your nose than my dad.
How nice of you to notice.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Flicks and Pixels. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. So the last video I did was on a Kino Lorber release. It was Daylight on 4K, and if you've watched that video, you'll know that I was quite underwhelmed by that 4K release of Daylight, especially when you compare it to the Turbine Blu-ray that had Dolby Atmos, and the transfer on the Blu-ray looked fantastic. The 4K was very mediocre, but I did say in that video that Kino Lorber at the moment are being incredibly inconsistent, and I don't understand why, to be honest. And an example I used for that was this film, Uncle Buck. Now, Kino Lorber have released this, they've done this transfer as well, and it's a night and day difference between this and Daylight. It really is. Yeah, but we'll go into that in a second. Now, if you're not familiar with Uncle Buck, it stars John Candy. It is a John Hughes film. John Candy is superb. He's done some great stuff, he really has. This is probably my favourite John Candy film, alongside Planes, Trains and Automobiles coming in at a close second. But he's done some great stuff, he really has. Brewster's Millions is a brilliant film. Spaceballs, of course. These little cameo that he has in Home Alone. John Candy's he's done some great stuff, he really has, but Uncle Buck is the #1 film by John Candy for me. In terms of John Hughes films, I couldn't rank them. I love them all, I really do. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to rank John Hughes films, I don't think, but this is definitely up there. But John Candy's fantastic in this, and if you're not familiar with Uncle Buck, it is basically John Candy's character is a bit of a... he's kind of a disappointment, I guess, to his family in a way. He can't hold down a job. He likes gambling. He drinks, and he kind of just he goes with the flow with his life, really. And some people judge him for that. But his brother calls him because his brother's wife's father has suffered a heart attack. They need to go out of town. They need somebody to look after the kids. They can't get anybody to look after them, and Buck is the last resort. And they call upon him to come and look after the kids. One of the kids is Macaulay Culkin, who is absolutely brilliant in this as well. And yeah, it just sets up just honestly a great comedy film. And you know, the performances from everybody in this. Macaulay Culkin is superb. The chemistry he has with John Candy in this film is absolutely top notch. It really is. And yeah, it's just a great comedy film, and it kind of begs that question: should more comedies be released on 4K? And it's an argument that I really don't get, to be honest. Yeah, definitely more comedies should be released on 4K. They absolutely should, but I think every film deserves a 4K release if it's done right. It has to be done right. Some of these lazy releases, where people just basically take a scan of the Blu-ray and upscale it, release it on 4K, charge you 25 quid and go, there you go. They're just lazy releases. There's nothing really majorly different about them. But releases that are kind of restored from the ground up, there's a lot of time and effort that's gone into them. Absolutely, every film deserves a 4K release if it's done properly, not just comedies. Is there a lack of comedies on 4K? Absolutely, and I'm hoping there's more. 88 Films did it last year with American Pie. It looked great. It was one of my favourite releases, 4K releases of last year. American Pie looked fantastic on 4K. It really did. Yeah, so we do need more comedies, but I think we need more releases in general on 4K. I could go through a stack of releases I have on Blu-ray that if they're done right and released on 4K, I would happily upgrade to. I would happily upgrade if it's done right. I don't like lazy releases. I never have. But yeah, we're going to go through Uncle Buck. Usually I would take you through an unboxing. I'd go down to the table and do a detailed unboxing. I did it with Daylight, and I'm going to do it with this one. I don't think it needs sort of going down close up on the table for an unboxing. We're just going to do it here in front of the camera. So Uncle Buck from Kino Lorber then. And there we have that lovely slipcover with that original artwork on. Looks fantastic. And then we'll spin it round to the back, and then as you can see, you've got a write-up of your film there, your bonus features, and then your tech specs at the bottom as well. And then if we take it out of its slipcover, it's pretty much the same. You've got your case with that original artwork. Spin it round, and that's your back there with your tech specs are then right up on the film and a list of your bonus features. And then we open it up, and there we go. So you do have your 4K disc, which is region 3, and you have your Blu-ray disc as well, which is region A. So you will need a region 3 player if you want to play the Blu-ray, but the 4K is region 3 anyway, so you'll be alright with that. It is a US only release, with it being Kino Lorber, so you cannot get it in the UK. You will have to import it. I imported this from Amazon US. Wasn't a bad price really. I think it was roughly around about 35 quid. All in, that included the VAT and the shipping and everything, which isn't bad. Which isn't bad at all. I was a little bit nervous actually that I was going to get the slip with it. Don't know what it is, but Amazon have a bit of a tendency to ship releases like this without the slip covers. I don't quite understand why. Whether they're, I don't know. I was going to say whether they take them off for replacements for other people that may get them damaged or whatever, but I don't see the point of doing that. But yeah, if you want to import it, as I say, the 4K disc is region 3, and yeah, it costs you about 35 quid to import from Amazon US, depending on the exchange rate and the dollar. But yeah, I'm over the moon that I managed to get it. In terms of the 4K transfer then, as I said in the Daylight video, I'll give a bit of a spoiler away. Uncle Buck looks fantastic on 4K. It does. It looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, it ain't perfect. It isn't. I don't think any 4K release will be perfect in anybody's eyes, really. Everybody's got different opinions. But overall, Uncle Buck on 4K looks incredible. It does. There's a couple of soft shots in there, and they are split-second soft shots. And they're near the beginning of the film, actually. It's the morning after Buck arrives, and he's cooking breakfast for the kids. And he's having a bit of an argument with Tia, the eldest daughter, in the kitchen. And there's a couple of close-up shots, split-second close-up shots. You've got one of John Candy, and then you've got one of the actress that plays Tia. A couple of shots, close-up shots of John Candy, and a couple of shots of Tia are a little bit soft, but they're split-second shots. But they're noticeably soft compared to the rest of the film. That's it. The colour grading on this looks fantastic. Close-up shots, detail, clarity on this. It looks amazing. It really does. I can't stress to you how good it looks. I was really surprised. If anything, I expected Daylight to be the better transfer out of the two. I really did. This absolutely blows Daylight out of the water. And this is what I was saying about Kino Lorber being so inconsistent with their transfers. I don't get it. And this is an older film. Somebody explain it to me, please. Am I missing something? Am I? I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Am I missing something? Is there a reason why, you know, the transfers are different? Could it be the source material? It could be the source material, but I thought about this. If it was the source material, let's use Daylight as an example. If it was the source material that was the problem, then why is the Turbine Blu-ray release as good as it is? Can you imagine what Turbine could do with a 4K release of Daylight? You just need to see what they did with the Blu-ray for Daylight. Honestly, I keep saying it all the time, but Turbine, I've got nothing but good things to say about them. They're a fantastic company. They do some amazing things with their releases. And that Daylight Blu-ray with Dolby Atmos looks fantastic. It does. So, give Daylight to Turbine. Let them do a 4K release of that. I think they'd do a great job. But I digress. Uncle Buck on 4K. It comes with a DTS 5.1, and it also comes with a 2-channel stereo mix. It does have Dolby Vision, and it does have HDR as well. The HDR and the Dolby Vision are used. They're very subtle, but they're effective, and it's not overused at all. It's used in the right places. The daytime scenes in this look fantastic anyway, but it's your nighttime scenes, your darker scenes. The scene when Buck's at the bowling alley, it looks fantastic. Some of the lighting in that looks really, really good. You've also got the scene where Buck goes to pick Tia up. They're having kind of like an outside party. They've got a bonfire going on. Honestly, it looks absolutely fantastic. Shadow detail is really good. Little to no signs of crushing in this at all. Shadow detail was excellent on this, I thought. yeah, it's just a fantastic 4K. They've done a really good job. Kino Lorber have done a really good job with this. Why they're so inconsistent, I don't get it. I don't understand it. So if you are looking to pick Uncle Buck up, I'd recommend, if you're a fan of this film, which I am, it's one of my favourites. It's one of my favourite John Candy films. It's one of my favourite John Hughes films. It looks fantastic on 4K. Just import it if you can. Honestly, you will not regret it. I'm absolutely over the moon with it, to be honest. But it begs the question, why are Kino Lorber so inconsistent at the moment? I don't understand. I don't get it. Leave a comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you have your theories as to why Kino Lorber have been inconsistent recently? Why is there so much difference between this transfer and the Daylight transfer? I don't know. You tell me. Leave a comment down below. Are you looking to get Uncle Buck on 4K? Have you got it on Blu-ray? Where does it rank in your favourite John Candy films? Let me know in the comments. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you did like the video today, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you would consider subscribing to the channel as well, that would really help me out. And hopefully I will see you again on my next video. Until then, take care.